Preferably.
No, I'll do.
But not too cold.
I can do room temp.
Room temp. 3 towards the underpass. I've been really signing up for this forZe hype train with you, Yanko. Like, that first game was exciting. I loved hearing Jerry talk and seeing Crad in the ranks as well as zorte. Both players have impressed us in individual performances in the past. And then you say the same about some of these big names.
Shelfie's one to watch.
Of Spirit, yeah. Of Spirit. Patsy with all that mid-info, but he's just had a bit of trouble finding the first headshot. It's an even trade up to magixx. Aggressive on short and good to deliver, so Spirit leave with an advantage. That space no longer able to be taken as zorte's head is taken off. And down goes Shelfie with the first, but 3 more to find. A USP upgrade. Maybe Shelfie can show us what he's got.
I have a question for you, Chad, as you see him play out this 1v3, but that's going to be very hard. Spirit starting off great, like yesterday they won the first 3 pistols of the series, very sharp in aim duels. How would you describe for yourself, like when you were playing maybe like the domestic matchup? What does it mean when we say that?
So I guess it's evolved over time, but it's traditionally to do with the relationships with the players in the server and their understanding of each other being slightly more nuanced than it would be in global Counter-Strike.
Nice summary.
So the details of things like I'm playing against this guy who I know when I played him in Pugs or we play together sometimes, he likes to sit the defuse, right? That's a really boring example, but that's an example in a clutch situation of a player's their preference is to sit the defuse as opposed to fake it, right? Because some players have a tendency to do more one than other. That's where the domestic side of things comes into it for me, just the familiarity between the teams.
5B
That's
off
great.
the rip.
Yeah, they don't care. That's a B rush.
That is a very fast B rush, and they are ahead of the util. They will be able to lose a lot of health upon entry, but they are through. And now Patsy to escort them out.
Yeah, this should be a clean up here from Patsy. That's 2, make it 3. Let's see how many more he can find here. 4 in total for Patsy is wonderful. Will grab the final onto Shelfie there, but happy with that one. They've all got red mouse pads.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Matching mouse pads. Matching shoes. Matching trousers.
What else do they have matching? Now makes you wonder.
Yeah.
There's a segment. There's a next media day segment for Alex.
Yeah, I'm ready.
No, but for me, what you said about domestic matchup, I would maybe just add, for example, for someone like forZe to play Navi, they're so familiar with them because that's a team from your region that's doing the best, right? So you're watching them all the time. So when you play them, you have the sense of, I know everything that these guys do. On an individual basis, on a team basis, I know their reactions because we watch them so much because we try to copy them.
Right.
You know, we would like to play as well as they are playing. And that's why maybe you don't have that fear factor as much.
Sure.
For example, if they would go up against a G2 or a Heroic or a FaZe, not that those teams are much better than Navi. Navi is still a really strong team, but they're not as familiar with them. So then it's like a little bit, you don't know what to expect. You're on your skates a little bit more, right?
I think that's something that G2 in particular kind of, constantly bending your expectation of what they're going to do next. I think that's becoming a very core element of Tier 1 Counter-Strike at the moment.
That's the hard part of Tier 1 Counter-Strike, is consistently being able to come up with moves that are different, the different looks, different. That's why I would be curious to see, Yanko, teams either flirting with map pools a little bit more or flirting with positions a little bit more, because a lot of players can play similar positions, and well.
I told you, positionless Counter-Strike, it's the next big thing.
That was you, yeah.
I still think it's like a year or 2 away. But I agree. You see, as the players get better, players know how to play multiple roles. I mean, before, 5 years ago, you had a guy, he was really good in pit on Inferno, but if you move him to B, he's lost. If you move him to long, he's lost. And the thing, what has happened is you need to be able to understand. It's like Dota, right? Like, yeah, you play mid, but you have to understand how, bot lane, top lane, how jungle works, how all these roles work to understand where the danger comes from you. When are you going to get ganked? Like, how do the timings work? And it's the same for CS. Like, information on A helps you realize what's happening, what you will do on B. So the more we see that being implemented, I feel easier it will be for players to just say, hey, I'm just going to go B this round.
And it really messes up, those intuitive
go
calls.
here, he's there type
as in, wait,
that's the main point.
Yeah. We killed this guy, he's normally B.
That's 80% of mid-round calling, I think, is all based off of that.
Makes sense.
That's the default spread here from forZe. 2 towards A, out top mid. Crowd will get mid-box control. He's got the support as Jerry. He's just lit out round, taking a bit of a fight with Chopper here. Chipped him down ever so slightly, but exchange of util, as there's no real commit just yet. Still just...
Oh, Shelfie's got action here. Flash comes over from B. Clear from Chopper. There's 2 there. He won't go wide. He does! A little too wide for his own good, as magixx does draw first blood again. Chopper, 5-0. These fights are coming all too easy. His team Spirit looking to take that first weapon round away from forZe and extend this untouched lead.
Yeah, this is looking really good now. Chopper's got the door closed. The only way really is forward here for Spirit. Siren's still on the B bomb site, but when he does rotate in, he's got a smoke, a HE, and a flash. So this one here should be pretty easy to put on in. If we're holding the line, trained, zorte. Flash at the ready, wants to try and enable a fight here. Jerry's going to mantle up, he's taking space, and there's the shot. Wonderful's orb now noted. Couple of missed shots there from Wonderful.
Yeah, not sure Wonderful's going to get away from that one. Good catch from Jerry. Bomb to be planted. There is that ramp flank, but it's all patsy at the start. CT being fought for as well. It's going to be Siren coming in from that side. Chopper from the back, and already Siren. Good for that duel.
Yeah, he knows where he is. You can see him communicating here.
He's got a Molotov after the fade, so surely they're just going to identify that bomb.
He should just lob it in here. I think
he's being a bit hesitant. If zorte hits this shot now... oh, Chopper. Oh, okay, got me nervous there.
Bloody hell.
Bloody hell indeed.
Okay, well, Chopper does get the AWP back there, but that one, I think as soon as Shalfie goes down the middle, it kind of felt like the round was over for forZe.
Yeah, unfortunately, right, they're trying to do a sort of a faster A split. They left him alone, but this is something Spirit did very well yesterday in the game against Astras. Look at the time. It's 1 minute 15, and they lost mid control, and that's when they tried to go for an information play, right? Like they won't always attack you with early aggression, but they're willing to see what you're going to do first and then just react to it, and they've done a great job of that so far in this tournament.
Well, they did get a plant here, so with the loss bonus, forZe can buy again. This time it's something a bit more direct as a team here. Top mid is going to be Shalfie, the rest of them looking to explode out A. Jerry ramp, and a waterfall through Palace. Here it comes.
Oh, Chopper is caught out. First death handed his way. Wonderful, just the one. Shalfie's still B-side. He's going for the full round the world. And they're already planting. They're about to shave 30 seconds off the clock.
They have planted for him. That's a key note here.
He's doing the Hunter, or he's doing the Jame. Any way you want. This is going to be a tough round for Spirit.
Yeah, well, maybe not with frags like that. Wonderful through the smoke. Shalfie does need to hurry up now.
They have smoke for the bomb, ×2.
Okay, yeah, this is going to get hard. We do kind of need to see zorte as well. Backstab coming in. Now he's revealed himself. Oh, it's horrible for Shalfie. Wonderful will close.
Oh, dear.
This is going to be tough for Spirit in like a 3v4 retake and then just do it flawlessly.
Never mind.
Very easy there for, the entirety of that, didn't it? And look at your mate Hallie there in the background. He's not wincing. Alex's best mate Hallie, they have conversations every event they see each other.
I have a horrible feeling I might be a reason why Spirit looks so good right now.
Oh.
Just because I was...
Oh, hold
Why
up.
is that a horrible feeling?
Hold up.
Not because I was talking to Patsy, and I think just judging from his reaction when I was like, I was talking to Jerry, he said it's going to be a really competitive game, all the rounds, 3 maps, and I just saw Patsy kind of go, you know, like, oh, really?
Oh, look who it is. Oh.
The delivery,
Thanks
man.
very much. Thank you very much.
But can you look at my game as well? Oh, he's got to observe, hasn't he? Yeah, that's fine.
He's back. He's like,
look, what's that about?
Where are the snacks at?
What movie config is that?
Here we go. He's going to see it. Jay can observe while he's AFK. That's all right.
Oh, quick fix.
Thank you,
It's like this guy.
That's why you're the best.
He's a professional.
Yeah, he's got it done. Great stuff, Rush.
And I want to make it clear on the record. He was jogging. That was a light jog.
Well, that's why he put on the shorts today.
Okay.
Because he knew it was going to be a bit more sporty.
Yanko's going to be his coach. I can see you in a full boxing coach attire.
Just screaming at him.
Yeah.
Run faster. You can do it.
You get knocked down and you still get up. Nice. Crad. Okay, mate. That's the way to start the play for forZe. He's got another one, I reckon. Careful on that mid aggress. Patsy's coming for you.
Found here.
Yeah. Oh! First three from Crad, and it's round defining.
Well, how are they going to get back into this? Wonderful's orb has grabbed one, sure, but he's out of the play here. We'll need to find Crad, who's been able to sneak his way up through the connector position. It's just wonderful. I know exactly where he was.
So just do that every round, Crad, and then you'd probably win the game. Just kill 3 in mid and
4.
make it 4.
Yeah, okay. 4 every round and you win.
Yeah,
Seems pretty straightforward.
That would be my coaching tip. Oh, I do like this beautiful floral mouse pan we've got zorte on there.
They are looking quite exotic, his and Jerry's. They do have different patterns going on.
And Alex, you did talk to Jerry, and something I could tell you about him. He has an incredibly big and thick playbook when it comes to Mirage.
Right.
I think you go back a year, I think 2 seasons ago of Pro League, when they were playing in it, their Mirage, they were on like a 14, 15 map win streak at the time. Be it online, tier 2 opponents and whatnot, but they've played enormous amounts of the maps. So there's a lot in there they can, improvise, fall back to. I don't think they'll run out of ideas on this map.
Something that stood out to me was as soon as I was trying to give Jerry any sort of praise or compliment, he wanted to make it clear that it's the full team that deserves the credit. And I think perhaps, this might be a team where Jerry doesn't have to do all the heavy lifting. A lot of the players have got that new next-gen level of awareness and understanding.
Well, Jerry's very honest. Remember some of the comments he would make in the past when, say, Power was on the team, for example, right? And it was never anything like hugely derogatory, but definitely making it harder for him as an in-game leader to call or implement the things he wanted to do here. And we remember when they had their Norvi and they had Kenzie, like this roster over here at forZe is consistently chopping and changing names. Result being, one of the newest names on our screen right here. Patsy, this should be a freebie. Orp spotted, zorte down, and he'll even get away. That's 0-6 for zorte now. Not having a hot start on the AWP. Oh, that's a goose through the side of the wall. Wonderful under pressure. Smoke at his toes, and the creep on through.
Wow, he's got himself out of trouble, really. He's got full faith in the no-scope, and justifiably so, as Jerry gets the barrel in his belly.
It doesn't look like it in this situation because of how calm Wonderful is, but he's under so much pressure in that moment right there with that smoke and playing around it with an AWP.
Makes it look easy.
Oh, look at the clears on this guy, okay.
You just told us he plays a lot of Mirage. You can really see, look at his route into the sights. Oh, sandwich. Oh, he didn't account.
Overlooked one angle, just the one angle, and that's the round.
Oh, yeah, that's a bit of a fist to desk moment. It looks so diligent just as he starts to assume it's clear. But yeah, Spirit straight back to their winning ways. Turns out Crad wasn't going to do that again. Spirit do, though. 6 already on this defense.
I've been playing some pugs with Justin lately, and he's been saying look out for Shalfie. He's been saying Shalfie's been looking hot, right? So we'll be keeping an eye on him. I think the 30-plus kills he had on Ancient just the other day were a good indication of what he is capable of. Is this another technical or a tactical timeout here? Chopper's talking, so it must be a tactical. The second from forZe.
And also they did it, he had that on the second map being down 1-0, and it was 14-14 Navi on the CT side, and forZe manages to clinch the last 2 rounds, push it into a third. So some good mental fortitude for them, and that was a big problem for them. You go back to the last RMR for the Rio Major, they had their opening game against Sprout. I think they're up 14-4 as CT on Inferno, and they lose that either 16-14 or in overtime. That's just complete crumble. And I remember Jerry, who doesn't tweet very often, was also tweeting, it's like massive mental issues, with not being able to close the game out. And they didn't qualify in the end, I believe, for the major. Had a couple of rough losses there at the RMR. So it's not their Counter-Strike that was the problem. It was their sort of approach.
Oh, this isn't going to go well. Oh! Felt like Uncle Chop Chop should have had that one, didn't it?
Yeah, by most accounts.
All right, well, Zorte's got a kill now. Let's see how many more he can find on the board.
magixx just peeking around that smoke, Result. Ooh, where's that chip damage coming from? Jerry on the cross, playing the fade, magixx safe.
Oh, smoked off now.
Nice. Okay, they've got like a red carpet for a plant.
Yeah, full control here. The bomb should go down. Number disadvantage. Util's a problem as well. And boys, you really have to plan. I understand you don't want to get spammed here, but it will go down. Triple side plant. They're going to play on the offensive towards jungle. Fade of the smoke. Fight comes through. Patsy goes down. 3 on 4.
Can they make this one look easy as well? Nice angle. Oh, bad kill. Siren gets him. Result fumbles. Now round the world is Crad. This could be big. Siren's already ready for it. Beautiful play from Spirit. How are they making these retakes look so easy? Oh my god, the molly. The molly, the headshot back.
That's the round. Just defuse.
And yeah, nothing Jerry can do. Tries to get through Con, but it's held, and the round is theirs. 7. Spirit going to be very happy with that one.
Oh, good to see
3v4, and then what was the other one? Where we had Shalfie going around the world. That was 2 3v4s.
Yeah, I think also we heard from Patsy in the post-game interview yesterday, in your pre-game interview too. He mentioned clutches a couple of times, and I think his answer was, what was lacking the most for you guys that you had such poor performances to start here, and he mentioned that too, and you could tell they're more decisive in these clutches. You can tell the communication is better, like people are talking more in them, updating with information, saying what they're doing, and they've been pretty clean in the game against the Astralis yesterday too, here as well. It's not coming down to the last second either, right? It's like pretty quick, so they've been much improved in that department so far in Pro League.
I think the more you see a team moving and not mindlessly moving, the better you can tell the communication is, right? Because at that point, everybody is on the same page, and that's what you want when you're in a match of Counter-Strike. So when you go into one of your default rounds of play, everybody understands what's open, where the weaknesses are, and then when the opening is presented to you, that's when the communication is key. What's open? What have they smoked? Where are they going? Jerry's seen a lot here, and that's going to be wonderful going down first.
Huge opening. And just catching Wonderful as he slipped around the angle. The flash, he wasn't aware he'd already been spotted. But they're already in. Chopper towards CT. A smoke to actually divide the site. Enables him to push forwards. Jerry from behind, another one. Catches magixx unawares, and forZe look to have a clean T round for the first time here on our first map.
Has to be a save as well. Money's not there.
Yeah, it's not great for Spirit. If they manage to save both guns, they will be able to rebuy. But yeah, that's forZe, and they also kept planting the bombs so they can just keep... They didn't eco since that 2-0 round, no?
That's one of the keys, right? And it's one... Oh, come on, man. That's a crisp, clean lock right there. What's going...
Get Dan M on the phone.
Dan M's on the phone right now. He's calling. The red phone's popping off.
But in terms of decisiveness, a good, like, just to give you an example of when you can tell the comms aren't there, is those deaths we kept seeing last week with your Roosters, where occasionally...
they were just doing and not talking,
you just see a CT like walking out as there's 3 short on Inferno, and the guy's just leaving pit with his knife out, and it's like, oh, we clearly didn't have the conversation.
We had that happen yesterday in the Liquid Rare Adam game where Yukinda got an ace and it was a 1-on-4.
Yes.
And they just like ran out, I think it was Jam Young just ran out of pit, not expecting him to be close short, and then everybody just offered themselves up. But it can happen.
It does.
Sometimes it's just lack of communication, right? Like, one of the things is not necessarily always covering what you see, but what people are not watching, right? Like, what's open? This is open. So you know, okay, this is where danger can come from.
Precisely. Okay, Chopper. He lays down the law with a quick one, set up by magixx flash. There's Orti to try and return some control to middle. There's 4 CTs A side right now.
Yeah, you couldn't really react there, because if you're forZe and you have heavy players mid, you can't just send your 1A lurker out on towards A, right? Because you'd still be looking for essentially a 1-on-1, which sounds like good odds.
What do you make of this, Yanko? 2 CTs posturing forward when you have an advantage.
Well, let's see if they don't get the trade, but I can understand because they still don't have mid control, right? And sometimes if you play really passive in a 5v4, it can still go south for you, right? If you give them too much space. So I'm fine with it.
Oh, Patsy played
It's their identity.
Well. Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's like Heroic. Heroic would do the same probably, right? So
it was probably a question of Chopper wanted to know if anyone was Palace, so we could make a call. And now he does.
magixx staying active here. He's close A ramp, has the overwatch of Wonderful's AWP over towards CT spawn. Siren and Patsy in combination towards B here, but Happy now. This has turned into a mid-round just to slow things down, and that's the bomb dropped on its own. A ramp, they know one's still towards Palace. And that should be this one done and dusted. 30 seconds mollied off the fight from Jerry coming through. The in-game leader trying to do it all, but now he's been dinked and dead. And that should be it.
But it's so simple, right? What happened last round? Jerry went for a faster mid-take, found some entries, created a lot of space. What does Spirit do this round? A fast pop flash through connector to deny exactly that play. And that was their entire call at the start. And if they go mid and they don't see anyone, well, then they can adjust toward whatever they think it's happening.
After time.
2.
God damn it, Siren.
Siren, you really did.
It's true.
Yeah.
Why not just wait? Why not just wait? Why not? Because right now, he's got 6.2.
Oh, yeah, he would have been stuck.
He would have had 3K, right? He definitely wouldn't have had 6.2. He can... Well, zorte can buy an AWP anyway.
But regardless, it's $3,000 that wouldn't be in your opponent's pocket.
Plus, you feel miserable.
You do.
Yeah.
Like, Xiaofi would actually just feel miserable.
And it's not necessarily as much that he wouldn't have money, is that that's how well they're playing at the moment, that they actually account for that and they're playing perfect CS. And when you feel that an opponent is playing that, your confidence goes down too, because, well, if they're playing perfect and we're not, how can I even win a fight? How are we going to win rounds? How are we going to win this game? So that's why the psychology behind it matters a lot.
Well, the psychology of forZe, twice now, getting what looked like a a good convincing round, and then immediately just having a Spirit knee jerk like no. Chopper this time flashing through, getting that early advantage, but forZe unable to find consecutive T rounds here.
But that's to do with the pattern of calling as well, right? Yanko's bang on. As soon as they die to an aggressive mid play, then they go and lock down mid so they can't lose it. But forZe, they just send bodies at mid again, right? They don't change their pattern. They don't even change their pace, which is one of the keys here. Now Jerry is back on a move that was successful, but if it's just him, right, finding the rhythm, finding the space, well, then that still leaves everybody else without a true identity in this round. It's just, hey guys, I'll go mid, I'll try and find us a pick, and then we'll see if we can capitalize. It's not necessarily the worst thing in the world. It's just very hard for Jerry to replicate, especially with this setup.
I mean, Wonderful has a good flick on him. And Chopper's already caught. Shalfie, yep, Jerry caught. Bomb can't cross. They have to win Siren here. They have to be able to find some space in B. Resort and Crad on the way in. Siren already prepares and will mantle up onto the trash can. Siren. Solid defensive work from him.
Done more than enough here, surely.
Yeah, that rotates through. zorte, actually, he looks like he could get across with the bomb if he desired. A flash in?
Chopper is still in A apps.
Oh, good flash. Gets space and info. And it is a 2v2 as it stands. Chopper's on his way.
Look at the rerouting here. magixx immediately jumping out mid. Chopper going to come as well. So they're going to forego this real estate. No, the resort likely is pushed. And then just try and retake together here coming up cap. But the problem is it's zorte's AWP. And this isn't going to be a bad shot for him to hit. He can even double up here.
Nice. Good angle found. Responsible for short eventually as well. Result confirms still won that side, so Chopper's got a lot of room to move. No one's addressing it. zorte's hidden from it. Good shot back. zorte just secure it.
There we go.
His frags come in multiple sets. He gets himself 4 in that one.
That was a really nice round for them. And finally, one of these number disadvantage situations going in their favor, right? So that's going to feel nice. And it immediately just sends Team Spirit down into the mud. That is tough.
You can even see their composure, right? Once they were out in B, the first two players, they waited for each other to double peek Siren. Like when he throws that defensive smoke, this was that move. When he throws the defensive smoke, they know the most common position is on the trash can, right? So he has the advantage there if it's just a straight up duel. So that's why I think it was Crad who waited for Resol so they could double peek him. They killed Patsy in ladder room. zorte did with the op, so they knew that Siren was isolated. And that's what maybe slowed down the rotation too for Chopper, right? Like he doesn't know if zorte is going to go cat and watch the cross to A, if he's going to go back to B apps. Like there's a couple of things he can do. So just a great job of forZe being aggressive with a man down.
Yeah, a few options available here. Well, Spirit, they've got few options available in this buy. They're just going to upgrade into 4 Deagles and a P250 in the hands of Patsy. A couple of smokes to work with here, but here's this pace down towards middle once more. Window smoke. Connect to Molly, and Crad already has full under window control. So 2 of the rounds that forZe have won, Crad and Jerry have both... Did he just almost shoot it? He did. He did almost just shoot at Jerry right there. So you can see just a little bit skittish, his old Crad. But 2 of the gun rounds that they've won have been through mid with Jerry and Crad. And now that B bomb site finish. So those are the 3 ways that forZe have been able to manufacture rounds here so far. Oh, hello. Smoke fading. This is going to be a difficult fight here for magixx. Crad has found Wonderful in the interim. Smoke, well, fading, but redeployed, and that actually draws... It's a bad window smoke. You see how bad it was? It's too deep. Maybe that's intentional. Maybe that was all part of the plan.
Maybe it's all a bait. You baited.
It's part of the domestic matchup, of course.
It was all a dream.
Yeah, of course.
That's where we draw the line on the layers.
magixx likes to play in the window smoke. So they had this play device, especially to kill him on an anti-eco.
Yeah, with a fake smoke.
Yeah. But I love this about CS as well, right? So it was 8-1, 8-2, and Spirit is like super dominant, right? Like it's a clean game, finding the openings, everything, winning the clutches, it's going great. And all of a sudden, forZe finds like a round that breaks Spirit's money. They win like a tough clutch. Then they get an anti-eco, it's going to be pretty much flawless. And now they're feeling like they have some breathing room. And, you know, this could go from that to not even 8-7, but it could go to a 9-6. Yeah. And they could win the second pistol and it could be 9-9.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, like, that's the fact that you were winning rounds in such a dominant fashion, you know, it looks grim at the time for forZe, but if you can just consolidate and just win like a couple of gun rounds in a row, most of the time in CS, all it takes is 2, if they don't save a bunch of guns, right? And they have to go on pistols, and then the game changes.
But that's what's annoying about outsiders, is they don't give you this release of pressure like we've just saw in this round here.
That's
right?
why everyone hates playing them.
Yeah.
That's why James is like, what's the highest on the scale?
Highest on the scale?
The IGL, like hair pulling.
Oh, yeah,
or,
yeah. I'm with you, yeah.
Precisely, and especially because one of the extra elements that I'm becoming more cognizant of is that the amount of times we had the pro players on the desk and they all talk about strats you do when you know there's no AWP. Against Jame, you never know if there's no AWP. For now, action in middle. Jerry goes one and done. magixx to provide the trade. patzee gone.
It's a good find here, but still, again, no space that forZe can capitalize off of here. They weren't able to push out onto B and try and isolate a fight. They didn't do that over towards A either. So right here, they're just going to regather, and this fight here could be the round. magixx onto Krad. That's no space in middle. The final three congregate over towards the B apartments. They have, well, 3 Molotovs and a flash, but right now they have timing. That is on their side, as Siren is the one coming back to investigate on his lonesome.
Yeah, he has a smoke grenade. You might want to get that out now, and that might delay things or accelerate things.
They'll just go through.
Flash good. Siren spotted. They know he's isolated. Wrestle delivers. Need the molly now, as otherwise magixx does have a threatening chance on this fight. Yeah, great headshot onto Wrestle. Didn't necessarily need to step into the line of fire, but that bomb can be planted. zorte worried about short. There's 3 cooking up trouble in the market. And a good spray, traded by magixx again. zorte does not have the health to function in this one. A single bullet can take him out of the clutch. But one of his does connect onto magixx. And Wonderful now locked in a one-on-one. Can zorte close twice on this B site? Timing everything, sound given. Wrapping around, and it's zorte. Low HP, no problem.
Oh.
And
The
forZe.
chef's kiss. The coach's kiss. That sounds
Happy with
creepy,
that one.
Yeah. Never did none of that.
I was happy with that one there. Well, the guns come back out. Doesn't change anything for Spirit here. And you question, right, Restart with that peak, because the 2 mollies are in play, and he knows the player's isolated between the flames. So he thinks, if I win this fight, we've got full market control. He loses that, puts them in this difficult scenario here, but no dramas for zorte. Beautiful stuff from him. And it's interesting to see, like, an AWPer one-on-one duel like that. Those are really quite curious, because that is when what we were talking about before with the domestic side of things, and that's where those rounds actually come into play, because they have definitely played 1v1s against each other in the past, where you're trying to outmaneuver each other and know what each player likes to do.
I don't know if it's a safe assumption, but I would assume most demographics in Counter-Strike, they have like a TeamSpeak that everyone hangs out on. I know the Danes do. There's just like a Danish TeamSpeak where, you know, you'll see and you'll pug and you'll jump into some faces.
As you get better, you get passwords to like
the
better channels.
I remember when I was on the grind, like the privilege of being on the invite TeamSpeak, it was like, oh my god, I've made it. Look at me. Yeah. That's him. And I'd like see the players' names in the channel, but like, it's him. He's here. He's here.
Yeah, and in this one, compared to the previous clutch that he had or the 4K, this was a little bit more messed up by Spirit, it feels like. I think one curious thing happened to Siren yesterday as well. It's a similar situation, right? In this 4v3, the smoke does more harm than good, because he reveals his position, the sound cue. patzee was dead already, so you know that's why they pushed through it. They're not afraid of this angle in van or anything. They're just gambling that he's the sole player on B. That wasn't someone coming over and doing that for him. And the gamble pays off. They get the side.
This is massive from patzee. So, like, you just saw...
Did Shelfie see him?
I'm not sure about that, but I am aware that he's just got his full B stack to now be in the right place. And he's getting a flank on the potential ramp. Contact's got to time this right. Doesn't want to make too much noise. And they are stacked here, but shouldn't be anything to worry about. Jerry going through the motions.
Playing Free Fire right now.
Yeah, it does look like a little workshop map right now. And yeah, all of that information for naught.
Oh, knife out. And Shelfie to the rescue. There you go.
zorte's one of those gamers that rocks the Deagle AWP combo. You know, I consider that like an elevation of the gamer. If you can take that AWP shot and then swing around for that Deagle headshot.
What was the name again of that? The movie fragger?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that is the movie
right? You want all the highlight weapons if you possibly can, and then pick up an AK off the ground for the
You do more damage if you get a kill with a AWP and then pull out the Deagle and 1D him. That actually does more damage.
Yeah, well, certainly to their psyche. Boost up, and a missed shot. Shelfie does have a little look. magixx gets across, and we'll just straight lackadaisical around the corner for mid. Gets some confirmation of forZe's presence. It's just Jerry at the top for now, and seems like they're in a bit of a moment of indecision. Zorte's fired off an AWP shot and actually tagged up Siren.
Yeah, that's going to change the way he has to defend this B-bomb site here. So we'll see how he decides to turtle and tuck in. But one of the changes, I think, in this CT half is how well Chopper's been reading the play. Wonderful. The nice pick there onto Jerry. I know the money's been in the bin, so we've had to have some ecos, but in the gun rounds, that's where now forZe are the ones forcing the tempo, whereas Spirit are no longer doing that anymore. They were reading it good early.
Team flash.
Oh dear, this is not looking hot for Resol here, playing in and around the smokes. Been able to find some safety for now. 3 on 5 on the B-bomb site.
Ooh, info, Crad, nade, back. I'll deny Wonderful's assistance, but there's still so many bodies here. I think Resolt's really the one that has to make the move. Hard angle to clear onto B site. Oh, good shots! Left, right, good night. Patsy's down as well. They can perhaps maneuver through, but already the frags keep coming through. Chopper advancing 1v2. He's going to do it again.
I've seen this before.
Hang on a second. Deja vu. zorte gets the information. Wonderful gets the tag. Here we go. Yanko, you got this?
Yes, it's a 1v1 situation. Alex zorte has done this 2 times before. That's why Wonderful is playing with a little bit of extra caution. One fake plant, not the second one. He's creeping behind the bomb site. All the pressure is now on Wonderful. Can he turn it around?
Oh. Okay! zorte again with the close. forZe with 7. It was a bleak start, but they recover and a whole lot of rounds. 5 in a row to close. We'll take a break and be back with the second half.
I'm smashing on the gas, gas, gas. It's a fast life. It's a fast life. Keeping it moving, don't switch up my code. Life full of circles, we out the A4. It's a fast life.
Who knew I would make it this far? They hated, they never believed me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball. I know I make it look easy. Yeah, Mayweather with the defense. I don't care what a critic got to say. I got them picking up the pieces. That to me, you really playing with your life. I'm about to come and run it all back. I'm the new era, about to snap back. You ain't fitting for it, cause you all cap like. Hold up, I shoot my shot. Wait, hold up. I'm really about to run this go up. You know it's all net when it go up. Ain't got no other plans, you don't need to understand, ayy. We on overtime, you don't need to understand, ayy. You just show them how to do it when you don't know what to say. Tell me how you plan to win if you plan to play the same.
Moving fast, already gone, yeah, but you bringing me back. Try to double cross me, dog, just let me relax. Stop assuming what we doing. Keep it moving, what we doing. Cause it can get big right. Cause it can get big right. Cause it can get big right.
Ay, please don't play no games with me, I promise I'm too much. Ay, I can never let up even if you had enough. Ay, this ain't for the faint of heart, we always playing rough. I had enough, it ain't luck. I needed a vision, I needed ambition, I needed a mission to beat a submission with no intermission. I see the collision, the crash in the distance ain't coming off track, no. Now when they ask what's the motive, don't talk, I just show them. They all about to see what I mean in the moment. I gotta keep going, I'm shaking the dice and I'm keeping it rolling, they already know.
Ain't got no other
this, you don't need to understand, ayy. We on overtime, you don't need to understand, ayy. You just show them how to do it when you don't know what to say. Tell me how you plan to win if you plan to play it safe.
Moving fast, already gone. Yeah, but you bringing me back. Try to double cross.
Making magic when they need it most. Yeah. Yeah. Skrr. Burra.
Which language is
What
this?
language is that?
Is that rap?
Oh,
Is that the French?
Oh, it's
is that the
French.
song? Is that
Not
the
the
song?
song. I think it's a different song.
Pour mon petit déjeuner, je mange l'orange. Désolé mon bon. Oh. Parlez-vous anglais?
That's a mood, man.
Pardon, je suis anglais, mais je veux vacances dans les Alpes. Team Spirit got 8, forZe got 7, some French rap to get you hyped and ready as we are rocking and rolling with our second half. This has been a close one. forZe coming back with a lot of T rounds to close. Now it's Spirit's turn as we look to find out, what's Chopper cooking up trouble for us? And I smoke towards the connector position. Bong, bong.
Okay, curious way to throw that one there. A deep one, right? I suppose that means that they can't even play in connector to try and get a little bit of info here unless they're very far forwards on the B split. There's 3 playing B for forZe, however. They'll be happy with this.
Shalfie's in a dream position as well. If Crad can distract. Oh! Okay, Crad with 3 quick kills. It's a 4th for good measure.
Just a smile on his face.
Dude, it's the coach's reaction I like the most. It's just he's constant like a disbelief. Like, okay, mate.
We're getting a yelling match between the support staff of either team here today. So I am enjoying this. coldzera had a 4K over towards B the other day on Mirage, but the first player definitely wasn't jumping. I think they just all ran straight forward like a couple of pedestrian pod bots. But Crad has to pick one through the sky on the initial jump. So yeah, that one's pretty tidy.
Yeah, but you're right. We actually do need to kind of get a camera on the two of them because they're sitting next to each other on the couch and just not making eye contact and shouting at their teams. It's very fun. The tensions are rising.
Now, I asked a question during one of our opening segments. I think you may have missed this, but I asked if pandas eat their young. And I have Carmack reaching out. He says, no, a panda mother won't kill her baby directly, but if she has twins in the wild, she will leave the weaker one to perish and choose to raise the stronger cub. The reason for this is they don't have sufficient milk or energy to care for 2 cubs.
Makes sense.
But
Survival, baby.
Bears, however, and I'm not talking panda bears, I'm just talking other bears, like a big brown bear or a grizzly bear. Bears are cannibalistic. Even sub-adult or small adult female bears can fall
look, it's a
victim.
picture of Rushley.
You
I missed it. What was it?
was it trash can?
It was just a pile of rubbish, yeah.
Ah, okay.
I don't know. I wanted to know why were you showing the rubbish?
Some strays lately, Rush.
Yeah, I'm bringing water. I'm fixing the
Rush
PCs.
doesn't. Let's just do. So this right here, this is Jay. This camera right here is Jay Raz.
Right.
Now I'll show you what is Rushley.
Here it comes.
Here we go.
Wait,
This is still
this is still
Jay.
Jay.
This is still Jay.
This is Rush.
Oh no.
He's doing it
No, that
manually.
is me.
Oh, okay. This is Rush.
You need to be an observer, an ex-observer to know this. It's the secrets of the trade, Chad.
It definitely didn't look like a cam.
It wasn't like an
I'd
MC,
seen before.
yeah.
It wasn't
No.
clean.
So
that's how you
whenever-
know it
That was
Rush.
smooth. What are you talking about?
Get your joystick back out, mate.
I might.
Did you ever use one of the proper like aeronautic joysticks
I
for
think
that?
Bastion did.
I used what did I use?
Gaming
I used a controller one time. It was a little weird though, because CS is kind of strange with controllers when you're flying around. Hey, yo, watch this. He knows? I think he knows.
He knows? Oh no.
Doesn't know.
Cran's happening again.
Well, 5 coming out ramp here.
He is coming out ramp.
Yeah, pressure on 8. 8's feeling a lot of pressure. 6 will try and help out,
Don't
but
worry,
don't forget about
Zero's
0.
gonna kill
Yeah,
him,
you
man.
can't forget about
Zero,
0.
watch this.
Oh. Okay, you can't.
Zero's
Okay,
been
it's a
team
bit early,
flashed.
that.
Don't miss a single kill here, Rush. Oh.
Oh, well, this is a
missed
mess.
2.
This is
You've
a
missed
classic
2.
Mirage round.
Well, one smoked
Yeah,
off.
he's smoked off. He'll do something, though. Watch this.
You reckon 1 will try and make a play?
He's going to have to do something.
I feel like it's all on 5.
You think it's on 5?
Well, 5 is the one who's in the
5's
position
going to be
find some
throwing
action.
I reckon
nades for him, though.
Zero's getting a kill soon,
bro. You
actually.
think Zero probably... Whoa,
One out
Jay.
of 5 times 5 and 1 win this.
I think 1 can probably
5
now
might
look...
hit this.
1 can look for a pick now towards jungle
He's
or
looking.
CT.
Doesn't see our mate Jerry.
He's
Number
going to
0.
take a CT pick here, 1.
Now 5. Oh, you might be right.
Yeah,
He's
here's
going.
the CT pick from 1.
Well,
All on 5.
So is this where you... Yeah. get hit through the smoke. Okay.
There we go. See? Yeah, he's gone for the beanbag option, whereas the Spirit support staff have gone for the couch option. Here you go. You can see the couch option here. So just different seating arrangements for both.
And I guess with that Molotov thrown, Chopper just assumed no one had bothered to progress. It was a nice opening for them. And you can see they're just building around out of that one. Nice shots out of zorte as well. That first onto Wonderful, but finishing through the smoke as well.
Bit too easy so far in this second half, isn't it?
Yeah, a bit of a bonus round there for forZe as well. zorte, I mean, he's going to keep the scout. No reason not to. There was no plant. He knows it's just pistols, no armor. And we see they go for the deagles.
Do you know that the scout operates like an AWP, but you just have to aim for the head?
I did.
Yeah, one shot, one kill. No luck, just kill.
Yeah, as long as if you just scope it on the head, it's very simple. It'll kill them in one shot. It's kind of crazy.
It is my favorite weapon, like in terms of the feedback and the feeling. I know I'm going to really upset someone if I've managed to pop off with the scout. It doesn't happen, but it would feel nice.
It's a good price point too, $1,700.
I can always afford it.
You're very mobile with it.
Have you seen the clips from the guy that's played 10,000 hours of Scout?
He just plays with a Scout.
He's called Scouter. And he just makes crazy frag movies. It's all does 2 double doors. Just bop, 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 bop.
Okay, all right.
But he does do some ridiculous things with that weapon.
Imagine just buying the Scout. What a boring life that must be.
Or incredible, you know, if that's the only way you
enjoy playing the game,
enjoy
I suppose.
Oh boy.
Hang on, hold on. Nice catch.
Seven's still here.
Crad is really comfortable in those apartments, Jules, all the way.
8's left, 3 to his own devices.
He picked a perfect time to go back to B as well, right? I mean, I think Reesult was there on his own for a while.
Oh, not a bad idea there from Patsy to try and manufacture that fight. Now it's just Siren, sounding exactly that. Deagle in hand will need to either die or try and make his way into a side, but Crad will oblige. Out the window, 14 now for Crad, and this is, well, quite the lead now, 3.
I do like the idea of Sirens.
What is going on?
I think
what are they saying?
Saying, you played that round really well, mate. That's probably what it says.
I think that was the Spirit gentleman.
Oh, he's saying, pull your socks up, you lazy layabouts.
Okay, all right.
Exactly.
Yeah, I see that, I see that.
I know a bit of Russian, and that's exactly what he said.
I thought that.
I wonder what Team Spirit do now, because yesterday they were playing from ahead. Something that worked great for them as well were some of these B hits they were going for.
Okay.
So I would expect them to first time do a fake of that here, right? Like just throw the nades, walk out mid. That might be a good call to gain some space, right? Get a step ahead of forZe. They open up with a default. That was the other thing they were doing a lot of. But we see, you know, this is something that the Astralis didn't do as much yesterday. They didn't take up this pace early on, right?
And then, you know, once you've had that breakthrough of, guys, I just went 30 seconds late to mid and no one was there, you can start taking that more proactively. For example, here, you know, the window smoke's been thrown. If Chopper can't, get mid, there's already a flash saying no. Oh, yeah, Chopper actually wins that duel. Massive start for Spirit. It was immediately equalized elsewhere. zorte catching one of the A players.
Well, AU2 in the sky right now. Double smoke, Molly in play. zorte will be ahead of the smoke here, at least can opt to play there. Their flash is still at the ready. Oh, wow, 1 for 1 right there. Okay, zorte takes down magixx, but wonderful. That one through the legs, bit of a nutmeg on the teammate.
Nice angle from Jerry, but he's vulnerable to Palace. Crad not holding it as it stands. He's worried about middle. And still, Jerry does dismount, ready to delay. Oh, a wibbly molly and a horrible finish. Wonderful. Does go down to Crad, and they will be happy about that one. This is the television I want. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, well, we've made it.
It's happened.
Picture in picture.
Amazing. Thank you, production. You're incredible.
This one here, not looking good at all for Spirit. They didn't get a plant, so there'll be enough money for several players to get some AKs out with util, but not everybody. So the question is, do they just want to try and half invest here and do something where they can really just set the tone? Like a fast A or a fast B, just something, there it is. Bad one there. This is good shooting from Jerry as well here. Sure, yeah, the molly goes a little bit awry, but actually it landed default. So you won't be planning default even if you did get into the site. And zorte loving it, loving life right here. He's definitely turned things around here.
This might be a time for one of those, you know, half buys and then maybe go for that B hit or the B split that they had as well with Chopper, you know, going up Cat. He was very efficient yesterday versus Astralis, found a lot of impact.
There's Anubis next, right? And then Ancient is the third and deciding map if we need it in this series.
Yes.
So,
and
some exciting maps to come.
forZe picked T side on Anubis to start.
Okay, well that'll be exciting. Something we can keep our eyes on here. This is a bit faster pace, a miss molly in window there, but it's all good in the hood. The jumping forward Crad ready to take this fight. Oh, and 2 players mantling into window. There's 1. I don't know if Sharpie will expect the second.
Yeah, this is the chance. This is what Chopper's been counting on, and now the element of a surprise for this Deagle. He needs a multi-kill. It's not going to be easy. They're on the move from behind, and that's the worst case scenario.
That must be so weird for him. He's like, why are they all running towards ramp?
They're sitting on the bomb.
Why can't they just get 1 free kill? I know, but they did it like immediately, you know? Timing is just awful for him, and then he gets blinded by some random flash.
It's really weird to see teams go and sit directly on the bomb here, but I suppose when you have such a number advantage, why the hell not? Siren, what do you have for us here? Because it's about to be a 5-round lead, unless you can 1-on-4 with this Deagle. 45 seconds left, and on the peak, he's been spotted. The information there, and everybody pivots on in. Siren not... Oh, it shouldn't be 2. I don't know if that would help me or not. I don't know.
I think he realizes, you know, it's noise cancelling headset. So if he is to get through to them, it has to be
very loud,
intense.
Okay, well it is that. It is intense.
Why did the golfer change his pants?
Why?
Because he got a hole in one.
Dadjokes.com.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. It's not bad.
It's not good, but it's not bad.
Yeah, the people aren't unhappy with it. Everyone probably typed cringe in chat.
Maybe bemused.
Yeah.
The secret about cringe is that the cringe is inside you. Nothing is cringe. Only you can cringe. It is within you the whole time.
It's like an emotion.
You can control your cringe. Maybe your cringe is a reflection of you and your discomfort and insecurities.
Well, Chopper should be feeling pretty secure here.
Indubitably.
They have a lot of map space this time round, right? forZe, we saw previously, they were fighting for middle. They had Shalfie pushed up all the way. Well, this time he's up and towards the vent room.
Double. Calling it now.
Especially because he's on the ladder here. So he is going to catch magixx and yeah, weird timing. Just crowd from the back of the site. He's been brewing towards B. Spams one down at range. Did spot another, but I'm not sure if he saw it in his peripheries here.
Could be ready for patZe on the jig. Whoop! Lovely play. Man, Crad is just an anchor right now. He's just completely dispelled any threat towards B, and now these boys have got a man advantage. Chopper flirting with some aggression through the window. Jerry responsible for the A site now.
Should we just go to map 2 now? I think this one's done.
It does feel that way.
It doesn't feel like there's any fight in Spirit at all. It's like any decision that they try and make, forZe aren't afraid to take a pick, take a fight. Like they're taking on these duels. If it's a 1v1, they win. Then they find that multi-kill. Sure, it started brilliantly here, but this has definitely been turned around right now.
I think they lost a lot of confidence after losing a couple of those clutches on B. Maybe not even necessarily confidence, it just, you know, there was a couple of rounds where they feel like they should have won them, and they were really in control through the majority of that first half, and now it's all gone south. And what happened there? That's just a 3B play. You know, there's a guy in ladder and 2 guys B. The Spirit doesn't really expect it, and that's why Crad is able, you know, that kill, he gets the second one. Not this one, but the second one on B, like that was the swing. You know, if he dies, that's probably around for Spirit. He gets the kill, no one is close enough to trade him, and then it's like a clean 3v2 for forZe.
This is the 4th timeout here for Spirit here. You can see they've used all of them.
And forZe used all 4 in the first half.
Okay.
So all 8 timeouts used.
It's not too much of a familiar scene right here, but good to see them being used when they are in a little bit of trouble. But yeah, they are in a lot of trouble here. This has been a bit of a drubbing here. Consecutive rounds. What are we talking about, Yanko?
12 in a row, Chad.
Okay.
Or 13 out of the last 14.
Damn. All right. Well, there's clearly been a shift in the tide of this, and really it has to be accredited to zorte with that AWP impact over towards the B bomb site here. But as we follow this one through, it will be a hole-in-one for the window smoke. I think they're just trying to be more direct here from Crad. That's straight through. What do you do? What do you do?
Get ready for map 2.
Maybe I guess maybe they could have been, but
oh, the flash as well. Crad sets Jerry up for success. Extinguish keeps him alive, and okay, Crad is just having an absolute terror. 1 back. patZe would need a whole lot more as he's being pushed down. Nice from Shalfie. Siren. Jerry quick to the draw, makes it 15. forZe really are running away with this one. No signs of life from Spirit into the second half.
I think this game is a good example why when we see a team down 7-0, right, and we just say they just need a big round from someone. You know, they just need something to make them believe a little bit again. Lol. Yeah, what can you do? What can you say about that?
Nothing.
What can you do if you're Chopper?
You can't
Absolutely
do anything
nothing.
about that.
There's
Like,
nothing there.
Yeah, it's getting silly now.
I mean, his face is like he's in a little bit of disbelief himself for some of the rounds in the kill that he's been getting, you know? He's just having himself a game.
Yeah.
It looks like they're running a similar round here, just have magixx be more idle top mid. You can see he's not pushing out to vary any of that spam. There's a window and cat smoke. They're just going to try and go A.
Keeping it simple, Jerry's seen it. Drops himself out of smoke to play behind. And pushing on up. Jerry, nice disruptive spray, catches Chopper. He's sticking around, playing around this smoke. It's a nice angle for default. Yeah, look how effective this is. Wonderful, completely unawares, miscommunication stations as Jerry gets 3. It's Siren that keeps it competitive. It's 2 on the way out of the Palace position. Bomb on the A site. And magixx now late towards mid. Maybe Shelfie's got a good timing here. If he's brave enough to clear. If not, does put a lot of pressure onto zorte as time passes. Oh. magixx is through. He slipped the net. zorte has to be concerned about so many things. CT, ramp, Palace. magixx making a decision whether he wants to go for the flank or just maneuver towards the CT position. Through the bench, Shelfie very hesitant. Doesn't want to be the first to die in this situation. Now the bomb's been scooped up. And they will have a look. Chip damage. Need the finish. Whoa, how has he lived that? magixx gets away with his adamantium Kevlar.
They're playing together here. magixx going to bait for Siren. Siren has to close. magixx, if he gets anything done here, this is huge. The first shot through the box. They expect it now. Siren's made the shot. zorte to close. Another clutch.
Can he do it again?
There's no way.
A third clutch for zorte! Hey! That is lovely!
He's up. He's on his feet. He's loving it.
Oh, and zorte just spending 20 seconds making sure that body is very, very dead before the defuse comes through. What a dominating second half.
That right there is a knockout blow, right? We're going to move forward in the map pool, sure. We're going to go to the next choice up next of Anubis, but this one here, as soon as zorte gets the clutches over towards the B side, I'm looking at Shelfie's gold head. It's all I can focus on here. As soon as he wins those clutches on B, that T side gets opened up and they come...